Hi, this is Dan Smigrod. I'm founder of the Matterport User Group Forum, and we're here in Quebec City for the IVRPA 2016 International Conference of 360-degree spherical photographers. And with me is Charles Armstrong with Google Street View and...
Yeah, Google Street View and our 360 camera partnerships. So we're big fans of Matterport, and we've announced some things over the course of this past year and some new things today. And that is your ability to work with a number of cameras right out of the box with the Street View app that includes the LG 360 cam, the Samsung Gear 360, the Ricoh Theta S, and the NC-Tech Iris 360. With those cameras, you can connect to the app, and through a number of new features, you can just basically walk in any direction and capture an image every 8 seconds with most of those cameras in HDR. We can automatically connect them for you, server side, that's still in beta. And there's some other cool features on the way as well. The ability to transfer rights to other users, to be able to have notifications of the latest and greatest stats for how effective your images are. We're really designing this as a very broad solution for the market to be able to capture spaces inside and out. Definitely not at the fidelity of some of the other products, and we want the entire market to succeed. But we hope everybody picks up one of these Ricoh Theta S's or the Samsung Gear 360 just to get more familiar with the broader market potential.
So this is a great time, even if you have professional gear, to kind of test and learn and play and see what this whole thing is about with spherical photos, videos, virtual reality with a relatively simple device to the Google Street View platform.
There's a whole spectrum here, right? And there's very high fidelity, which is incredible, and it has a very almost like virtual reality type of experience to it, all the way down to I just shoot individual 360 photos. If you shoot them close enough together, we start to bring some geometry out of those images for you. And that spectrum's gonna start to get a little bit blurry, and we think that's great for everybody, right? And so we hope that everybody just gets more familiar with all the technology. We wanna grow that entire pie.
And I think I heard you talk about the beta. Could you elaborate a little bit more about what this beta testing is about connecting sphere to sphere to sphere?
If you shoot each one of these 360 photos 1 meter apart inside or 3 meters apart outside, we attempt to connect them for you. And so far, the initial results are very, very promising. We decided not to hold that back, so we put that out publicly. But we're not promising that it works today. That's why it's got the beta label. So we really encourage people to play with that. And if it doesn't work well, we've got a manual connectivity tool we just launched, so you can fix the connections.
So that would mean that if I am going, let's say, indoors, maybe every 2 feet and doing a shot, in theory, it should stitch together?
Yeah, the sort of spatial equivalent is 2 steps inside or 5 steps outside.
2 steps inside.
No promises today, it's still in beta, but that's what we're working for, and so far it's turning out pretty nice, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I also heard that instead of kind of waiting for curation, part of the atmosphere here in Quebec. It's very exciting. We're actually just moments away from stepping into the final party here in Quebec, where we're going to see the rest of our colleagues. So obviously somebody who's excited to be driving here. But I think what I heard was that during your presentation was that the publishing to the platform will now be instantly to publish to Google Street View.
That's one of the things that we've rolled out in the fairly recent history. So now your images go up immediately. We just do a few checks just to make sure that they're not egregious. And then within 48 hours, they're checked to make sure they really should be on maps. But that gives you that instant satisfaction. You can publish any business, have it online immediately.
So does that mean if I'm using a spherical camera that I publish to the Google Street View, that I can also link it to a specific business?
Yes, you can attach it to a business right away. That's right.
And do I need to be a Google trusted
You do not need to be a Google trusted photographer. The Google trusted, as of our recent announcements, really just means that you've published enough of this great content that we know that you're reliable. But you don't have to be trusted to use any of those great new tools.
Yes. So it's. Can you speak to a little bit to the vision of Google Street View in terms of indoor, outdoor spaces? And
I think we've been pretty transparent about this. We've canvassed a lot of the world with our cars and our backpacks, and it's a foundation. And as more and more people help us in this mission to represent the world's public spaces, we think we'll start to get this canvas. And then as the more beautiful images, like we've gotten our competition here in Quebec, begin to rise up, you'll start to see these really highlighted, beautiful experiences. But all on this global canvas. The eventual experience, hopefully, is that you can move from Antarctica to Arctic, in every space in between without really having to jump out of that experience.
Terrific. Is there a question I haven't asked you that I should ask?
I wasn't prepared for any of these, but
so
anyway.
I thank you. So we've been speaking with Charles Armstrong, in charge of Google Street View and Trusted Photographer Program.
I'm the product manager. There's a lot of people responsible for Street View.
Forgive me, product manager, but certainly a visionary at Google with a lot of responsibility of what we're seeing rolled out. Yeah. We'll give you that credit even if you're not going to take that credit. So Charles, thanks for joining us. Matterport User Group Forum, reporting from Quebec City for the finale of IVRPA 2016. Ready to grab a drink?
Let's go.
Okay, thank you.